Ladies and gentlemen, okay, we're back with another freaking video, and well, we're gonna dig ourselves into this Kirsche drama. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, a trans VTuber who is going to be talking about the whole Kirsche situation. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm digging my own grave. Because I am the grave. I am darkness. I am death. I am destruction. I am chaos. Well, not really so much chaos. I mean, we'll give the chaos title to freaking Nux, right? Don't we? Right? Anyways, we're gonna be talking about the whole Kirsche situation, okay? Because honestly, it's been getting a little bit too out of hand, okay? And it's actually, oh god, it's actually leaking out into Leaflet, unfortunately. Uh Now, I'm pretty sure, like, on this channel I've actually mentioned Leaflet, okay? I've taken a couple of jabs at Leaflet, but that was like during the whole presidential Trump campaign and yada 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 yada. You know, everybody was like going, you know, full ham or battle royale or anything like that. But out of respect, we're gonna keep the battle where it should be at the time when the presidential election came about. Okay? People are gonna, like, people probably have assumed that I have bad blood against Leaflet. No. No, I don't. I don't have a personal grudge against Leaflet. Jesus Christ. Where do you people get these, like, delusional ideas? That's what I don't get. But in any case, we're gonna be talking about the Kirsche situation and how it applies to me. Because there's probably going to be a bunch of people from the trans community who are, well, for lack of a better term, what's that word that that TV Dr. House always says? Idiots. Yep, bona fide, clueless idiots. And by the end of this video, you all, troglodytes, are gonna join the Tartarus Queen Dragoness Kiss My Ass Club. Yeah, all those people are gonna say, "Oh no, you're betraying your trans community." No, because here's the thing, okay? I like to keep an open mind, and before I actually did that video, of the whole, like, Anna Valen's, you know, Vice article and stuff like that, I actually went and looked at Kirsche's content, right? And, you know, I kind of glazed over it, but I really never paid attention, okay? But, ever since the whole Anna Valen's thing, I decided to actually give Kirsche the time that she actually deserves, okay? And people are gonna end up pointing out this article, this kind of this video on me to try to sway me into thinking, you know what, Kirsche is a transphobe, Kirsche is a homophobe. You know, why are you giving this disgusting VTuber a time of your day? Because I give a chance to actually end up making people give their case before I cast upon my rage of destruction and judgment upon certain VTubers or content creators or something like that. So, in this case, I'm probably gonna get tagged for this little clip here. So we're gonna watch it.
Did defenders of the trans agenda not realize his love of sissification is the erotic core of most trans identification in men? Click on my link in bio to read the full story. And he's right. He's absolutely right. When I first started talking about autogynephilia on stream sometime in like 2019, 2020, a bunch of people in chat would try to push back on me when I would say the majority of people who identify as trans are not the dysphorics, they are the minority. The majority of trans-identified individuals are the fetishists, are the autogynephiliacs, are unfortunate mentally ill women pushed into this, and are ideologues. It is not the actual dysphorics. And so people were like, oh, but these bad actors are a small but loud minority in the trans area. And it's like, no. These bad actors are the majority, have been the majority. And it's very unfortunate that that's been the case. Second tweet here.
Now, personally, if I didn't give that a chance and I actually listened or did not listen to that carefully, then I would have been very insulted. But as a 41-year-old who has seen many things that many people should not have ever seen, I've actually have witnessed this personally. And it's a shame that the trans people in the community is in such disarray right now, okay? You have people who say that they're trans, like Kirsche, like Jeffrey Marsh, like Dylan Mulvaney, like I guess her name is Tito something. I don't know, went viral on TikTok for being the first trans pregnant person, right? I've even seen pictures of a so-called trans person who is obviously a male with a hairy chest trying to breastfeed an infant, which is disturbing. I've even seen an episode of what is it, Dr. Phil, when a supposed trans person got top surgery, but apparently did not get hormones and grew a lush, full beard in which they obviously ended up, oiling up and, softening up the hairs and stuff like that and showing, oh, look at me, I'm so... No. No. See, here's the thing. If you're going to try to make yourself look like a freaking woman, or present yourself, or say that you're a freaking woman, why don't you actually try your damnedest to be in that demographic, right? I'm pretty sure at that point in time, a number of the trans community, especially the ones that are actually minding their own business, who have tried their damnedest, actually ended up, doing what they're supposed to be doing, like presenting themselves as female, right? And Kirsche is kind of wrong in one aspect about the majority of people who are, these type of weirdos and sickos in the trans community. I want to say up to about a 40% amount. Because sadly, sadly, there is some trans people who are not getting the generalized health care or can't afford the generalized health care to help assist with their transition. And unfortunately, Kirsche, okay, there are some sickos that get muddied in with those people who can't afford to go into, like, transformation surgery, right? Or do their, feminization surgery and stuff like that. All right. I hope you can agree with that one. That there is a muddy kind of thing. Because from what I see is that this entire clip that I've shown, she didn't say any kind of slurs to the trans people who suffer from gender dysphoria. At all. I have not seen anything like that nature. Okay? So, Therefore, there should not be any people who say, "Oh, Kirsche is a bigot," or people are gonna probably say in my comment section and downvote this thing saying that I'm a freaking bigot and betraying my own community. No, no. Those that say that, and they're gonna end up downvoting this video and probably putting like heinous comments in my YouTube channel, are probably the most degenerate, disgusting human beings I've ever seen in my entire life. Number one, you don't respect yourself, much less respect others around you. And that's the key thing that you guys want to address right now, okay? There is no respect. There is no honor in bad-mouthing people, when clearly there is no bad-mouthing against the trans people. Right? So there is no reason for you to go ahead and spread all this freaking hate. I've seen a grotesque amount of like hate comments about the you know people with transphobes and stuff like that. No. Now I have to step in. Am I gonna get a lot of flack? That's cool. Alright? Because I have a little section in the back. Okay? You know what? We're gonna do this. Okay? Eventually I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna create a wall. Probably a wall in the background of every single person who leaves a hate comment saying that I betrayed their person. And at the top is gonna say, Tartarus Queen Dragoness, Kiss My Ass Club. That's exactly what I'm gonna do. One of these days, I'm gonna put that backdrop on my display, and it's gonna feature all the names of the people who think that Kirsche is a transphobe, and I betrayed the community. How about that? But the thing is that yeah, I know. Hey, listen, I'm living up to my moniker of destruction, digging holes, and taking souls. Might as well go with it, right? But I just want to make sure that I give Kirsche a chance to say her piece, right? I acknowledged that Kirsche is, by nature, a very sweet person, even though her nurturing is a little bit wacky. So I gave her the chance. Do I see any ill intent from Kirsche? Absolutely fucking not. I don't. And all these VTubers and these companies actually dropping Kirsche from their, their content creation sphere or their affiliation or whatnot because of Kirsche. Here's the thing. You guys have 1 week to acknowledge your wrongdoing, or else you too will join the Tartarus Queen Dragoness Kiss My Ass Club. And that's the way things are going to end up going. Okay? That's it. That's my stance on that. You can do it and say whatever you want. But this is just me. Okay? There is no reason for this tomfoolery. There is no reason for all this freaking hate when I personally didn't see any hate. Okay? Probably correcting a few misconceptions because Kirsche has a little bit of reservations when it comes to the trans community. Right? A little bit. Okay? Because let's face it, science hasn't gotten to the point where Kirsche is convinced that every person is a trans person, right? Aside from those that are, in the gender dysphoria thing, right? But the science is still developing. And I think Kirsche could actually agree with that. To agree with that point, right? I mean, we've done enough. There's enough science and research about it, but it's still not finalized, right? It's still not finalized. We're still learning. Okay, and that's all I gotta say about the situation. Kirsche, if you're listening to this video, I'm sorry you have to go through all this drama. I really do. So, you know what? If you need a few little tanks and jets, for your assistance to battle all these mongrels, let me know. I'll be glad to send you some of my jets and tanks. How about that? Request, get and have a good day.